Good morning and welcome back to my garden. Today I'm harvesting some sweet corn and I hope to show you the perfect time to pick them so that we get that juicy sweet flavor that we all love and enjoy. Hello and welcome to One Step at a Time Farmstead. Join our family on our journey as we build a like-minded community while living life on our terms in accordance with our beliefs, our convictions, our desires, and above all, our faith in God and our God-given calling.
We promote a self-sufficient, self-sustaining lifestyle, especially with regard to fresh produce and fresh meat and the preservation thereof.
It is our objective to prove that this self-sufficient, sustainable, healthy, happy, and fulfilling lifestyle is possible, even in an urban setting, while adhering to various laws, rules, and regulations of our government.
Our ultimate vision and goal are to obtain and establish functional and profitable farm enterprises where we produce wholesome foods grown and raised according to our conviction in the way that God intended. In other words, organic, natural, chemical-free.
Furthermore, it is our aim to teach and train in the various principles of self-sufficiency, self-reliance, and food security. We foresee hosting, supporting, and sponsoring masterclass training workshops in accordance to our call to the ministry of God.
With your support, we know we can achieve these goals.
When it comes to sweet corn, timing is everything. But also if it is a bit overripe, it's not a train smash, because we can make some green corn or canned sweet corn from it. Or we can take the whole kernels and can them or freeze them. Or if it is very overripe, we can leave it on the plant to let it dry later to ground it into cornmeal or flour. About 2 or 3 weeks ago I did harvest from here, but it was then still basically not ripe enough. It was too early. I wanted to leave it for another week, but then again we got so busy preparing for the market and everything that I just didn't get to it. That's not really an excuse. I should have scheduled and be mindful of it, but I forgot about it. Okay, so when we want to harvest our sweet corn, the first thing we are looking at is the husk. It should be deep green, deep green color, and it should be tightly wrapped in the leaves like you can see here, very tightly wrapped. Second of all, the silk tassels should be brown and it should be slightly dry like this. Another thing that I do is if I pull it, if it removes quite easily, that's another sign for me. Okay, and then thirdly is the kernel test, and that is if I take this and I open it up, pulling back some of the leaves of the husk, and we can see these kernels are swelled up nice and full. Okay, and then if we take one of these kernels and we can you zoom in, Lucian? Okay, yeah, so we see the kernels are nice and full. It changed its color from white to yellowish. There's still a white one over there. And then what we do is if we press one of these kernels, see.
Oh, that was squirtful.
It squirts a liquid. If it is milky like this one, it's perfect. If it is very watery, let's see if I can remove one. Yeah. If I press it and it's milky like this, then it's fine. If it's very watery, it's still not ripe enough, then it's still too early. And if it's very thick, then it is overripe. This one I'll say is just going to the overripe stage.
So it's perfect.
but for me, I think it's perfect. You want to taste one?
Yes, please. Maar papa, I'm not too like as ik ooit today because you did juice on the bottom.
Nice and sweet, no? Okay.
It's the sweetest sweet corn that I ever tasted.
But like I said, okay, this one is perfect for me now. So I can either boil it and serve it with a little bit of butter and salt, maybe a bit of pepper, the way we like it. Or we can put it on the grill, on the braai it a bit, just give it a bit of smoke and some heat and some spices, also base it with a bit of butter. Perfect. If it was a bit overripe, we can make cream corn. If it started getting really hard, we could remove the kernels and then either freeze it or can it as whole kernel sweet corn, or we could let it dry on the plant and then later harvest the kernels and then grind it into cornmeal or corn flour. But this is actually perfect for me as it is.
Same for me.
Yeah. I think this ear of corn looks amazing. Lucian, you can put it in the basket there for us.
Okay. But it's so perfect, this one.
Yeah.
It shines in the sun, like
Yeah.
like basically if something is red and it shines in the sun, it looks like that.
Yeah.
It isn't very strong.
And this can go to the compost. Okay, so that is basically the telltale signs that it is ready. Let's take a look at this one. See the silk tassels are dry. They aren't completely dry, but they are slightly dry. The husk is nice and tight. Okay, Lucian, peel it open. Okay, let Lucian pull it open there. Go.
Oh, this one is...
Yeah, that one looks perfect. Okay, do the kernel test for me. Fine, leave it like that. Squish one. Yeah, see how milky that one is.
It
Okay,
goes exactly into my eye.
so I'm happy with that. Okay, these are the telltale signs of the perfect ripened sweet corn. Okay, let me show you how to harvest it. Grab the ear of corn, nice and firmly. Okay, and we're not going to pull because that will break the plant. What you do is twist and push downwards like that. And easily the whole ear of corn comes off. Okay. So
But that one is perfect.
here's another perfect one. Beautiful. Okay, Lucian, into the basket.
But like even more juicier than the last one.
Yeah. Now you come here and harvest that one for that. Like I said, grab it there, twist it and push down. Safe. Okay, put it in the basket. You don't need to open.
Oh, look, that doesn't even work because it's fully dry.
Yeah. Perfect. Now this is perfect to go into your potjie. Okay, Lucian,
Yes.
will you please take this to the kitchen?
David.
Not really. Got it.
It's like at least 10. 20 grams.
Okay, so here's a few here's a few tips on what to do after you harvest your sweet corn. Sweet corn starts losing its sweetness the moment it's been picked. So to get most out of the flavor and the sweetness, it is best to use it as soon as possible, at least within the first 24 hours. Now, if you can't eat everything within 24 hours, you'll never be able to eat this. We can process it and then put it away for later. If I take this one, this is my bucket for composting. I remove so we can strip the kernels and then we can either can this or pack this and freeze it for later use, or we can make some creamed sweet corn, can that, or like I said, you can actually leave it on the plant, let it dry out completely like that, and then we can later then grind it to make corn flour or cornmeal. For now, we are going to eat fresh. My suggestion would be that after you pick within the first 24 hours, eat as much fresh as you can. You can still cook it or grill it, but I mean, to preserve the flavor and the sweetness, try and eat it within the first 24 hours. Otherwise, process it and put it away either in cream corn or whole kernel, canned corn, or you can take the kernels and freeze it, or use it in some cook and put away recipes for later. Yeah, and I think I'll just take a couple for Lucian and myself to enjoy for lunch a bit later on today. Lucian is already enjoying it.
It's lekker.
It's lekker. But these smaller ones, I didn't want to waste, so I'm going to take this and pack it separately, freeze it separately to use in one of our potjies a bit later, especially during the winter season when a true South African potjie is something that is always enjoyed. A potjie is basically, what it means is one pot food. Potjie calls food in a pot. Yeah, it's a cast iron pot. I think we need to do Lucian's recipe just to show you what potjie calls really is. But it's basically like a stewed pot with beef or chicken or lamb or pork, ostrich, game, venison, with a bunch of vegetables. So I'll take these baby kernels or baby ears of corn and use them in our potjie. Let me tell you, this is much sweeter than the sweet corn that you get from the grocery store. Much, much sweeter. going to take a couple that I'm going to cook in some different ways. Okay, that's it. Now you know exactly when and how to harvest your sweet corn for the best flavor and sweetness. And Lucian is enjoying a corn on the cob there, using his hands to butter. Okay, yeah, so if you found this video helpful or entertaining, please don't forget to give a thumbs up, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Share with your friends and family. Remember to ring the notification bell to get updated, to get more homesteading tips and videos like this. Thank you for spending the day with us and see you in the next one. Goodbye. It's good.
Nice. Hot.